Hey, in this video, we'll discuss how we helped our client cut their follow-up time by 80% and how they improved their sales process using AI and automation. So let's dive in. First, we'll go over what was their initial setup. So the CRM they were using was HubSpot, and they're still using HubSpot. And the industry is custom software development. All of the contacts are stored in the CRM and the follow-ups are done manually on LinkedIn because LinkedIn is their main platform of outreach. And they were manually syncing everything in the CRM. Because custom software development is a commoditized offer, they need a large volume of contacts and outreaches to close deals and schedule meetings. So the flow was that they had contacts in the CRM and also tasks that were linked to those contacts, as we can see here, and the names are obviously blurred. They create those follow-up tasks and assign who is going to do that. The SDRs were then reviewing the tasks every day and they were checking the previous messages, usually on LinkedIn, sometimes on email. And then they were writing the new messages and sending them on LinkedIn. After that was finished, they were closing the tasks and creating new tasks. And this typically time spent here was 5 to 10 minutes per contact because sometimes they needed to dig on multiple sources to get the context to create the follow-up message. And because of that, the backlog started to pile up because they have other things to do like closing deals, having meetings with clients, and writing custom proposals. So we've devised an AI system that can access the info and the CRM, connect to the CRM, and then pull all the daily tasks, analyze them, and determine what are the follow-up tasks, then access the previous LinkedIn conversations and summarize those messages and craft follow-up messages based on the previous context. Those messages, the drafts are created and are saved into a database so the SDRs can review them. This is how so as you saw, it's basically the same workflow they previously had, but it is being done with AI now. And this is the UI interface that we've built. And it also, we blurred some of the contact details. And here they can see the message that was created. They can edit the message and approve before sending. Once the message is sent, the task will be closed and a new task will be created. So again, same as when they're doing it manually. They have 3 levels of interest, and depending on that, for the highest interest, they double check the messages to ensure everything is good because those prospects are the most important. And with the low interest, they just do a quick review or they send automatically. And the impact and the results. So time spent on low interest prospects is less than a minute. And time spent on high interest leads is cut down to 1 to 2 minutes. And that is from 5 to 10. It was initially the benchmark. Even if we use the bottom number of 5, we can see it's a huge increase in SDR productivity, 80% to be exact. And this had 2 positive impacts. So first, it freed up time so they can focus on closing and writing custom follow-ups and doing the more creative work. And it also ensured that all leads are being followed up, so nothing is missed and no leads fell to the cracks. Next steps for this client is to sync the complete LinkedIn outreach with the CRM and to auto classify all the replies. So when someone replies to these follow-up messages, to store that also into the CRM with the classification and then to prog the system to create a message immediately. Currently, they're doing it manually, but at least the first step would be to categorize if someone has a positive response and then to create a notification to the team so they can work that lead as soon as possible. Another thing that we're going to do is to save call recordings and call summaries to the CRM. So that can also be leveraged in the follow-ups and in providing more context. And additional thing that's not directly tied to this process is to create lead magnets, AI content generation system, and then combine that as a distribution engine on LinkedIn, and also tie everything up with the CRM and with the follow-ups. So as soon as someone comments on the post, the system can reach out to them. But that would be like the third phase. The second phase is to classify the replies and sync all the messaging from LinkedIn. Conclusion, they reactivated the CRM pipeline. So they had a couple of meetings immediately and a couple more added to the pipeline. And they cut it down their follow-up time by 80%. And they will be able to increase the volume of follow-ups by adding multiple accounts without hiring more people to do this. And if you want to build something like this, or you want to add AI to your business in any capacity, I'll leave a link in the description where you can click and book a call.